You want to get some maintenance done on your heating or cooling system, and you see these specials that are advertised by these companies, and they're called tune-ups. What the heck is a tune-up, right? You ever see those $29 HVAC tune-ups, $49, $89, $8, might as well be free? Let me tell you what that really is. It's not a maintenance appointment, it's a sales appointment.
No sales gimmicks, no confusion, just expert advice to help you stay comfortable and save money. And now, the Information for Customer Success Show.
$9 HVAC tune-up? Sounds great. But here's what it really costs just to show up. Technician, $60 an hour. Truck, $20. Overhead, $40. That's $120 or more every hour before...
And what I'm going to explain to you about this and why you should understand what you're getting into comes from the core understanding of economics, right? How businesses work. You cannot deliver real HVAC maintenance. You cannot deliver it profitably at a $29 to $89 price without making money somewhere else. So as a company that's coming to your house to do that tune-up, they are hoping to make money somewhere else. Actually, they're betting on it. Otherwise, they'd go out of business. Not only are they betting on it, they're training on it. The actual technicians that are coming to your house are the best hand-picked technicians that have the best sales numbers. Those are the guys who are able to talk to you nice and fancy, and they're very personable, and they're able to sell you additional things to your system. Now, do you need those additional things? We can have that debate another day, but let's just break down the economics of why that low-cost tune-up is just not some magic thing you stumbled onto, and you're able to get this amazing price, and you're able to get this amazing service for a low cost. It doesn't exist. There's an agenda. So I'm going to start off with this philosophy about why it's even called a tune-up. I hate the word tune-up. There's no such thing as a tune-up in our industry. There's maintenance work done to the equipment. Tune-up is a fancy word for hiding the fact of, I may be doing maintenance, I may not be. I'm looking over your system thoroughly to figure out where I can propose a sale to you. That is what the word tune-up means. Let's break the economics of this down. A truck roll, real numbers, right? Technician's time. So a truck roll to us in the industry is basically what is the cost of that truck getting from wherever it has to go to your place. Now, a truck doesn't just magically show up. It's not parked around the corner. It's somewhere else. And most likely, we're half an hour to an hour away from you. Maybe not even distance, but even in the city environment, traffic-wise, time-wise, there's still an hour or so invested prior to even showing up at your place. Technicians' time, overhead, insurance, admin, everything included. I'm going to break it right down because they're not buying, I should say you're not buying the actual maintenance. They're buying from you for that $29 access to your house. Let's break down those numbers. So technicians pay. What do technicians get paid? According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median technician gets about $30 an hour. That's countrywide. Now in top tier markets, experienced technicians get, as an average, about $45 an hour. There's technicians that make more. There's technicians that make slightly less. But a very good experienced technician will make $45 an hour. But that's just wage. It's not what it costs the company. What it actually costs the company is called a fully burdened labor wage. That's everything inclusive. And we are talking about things like payroll taxes, FICA, unemployment. You can easily add between 8 to 12% on top of the wage. Workers' compensation. HVAC is a high-risk compensation. You can add another 15% to that. Health insurance and benefits. An average in the industry between $5 to $10 an hour added to that wage. PTO, holidays, training. Another 10 to 15% on top of the technician's wage. So realistically, we are looking somewhere about $70 an hour already that it costs for that technician to just be there, an hour. And let's not forget, he's already been traveling to you maybe half an hour to an hour already. We already spent at least $70. That's not it. That's not the end of it yet. Let's talk about the truck cost. The huge miss by homeowners who obviously don't own businesses. The service vehicle isn't just gas. Let's talk about its vehicle payments and or depreciation. Another $8,000 to $15,000 a year. Insurance. I live in New Jersey. $5,000 a vehicle. Fuel costs, about $8,000 a vehicle. Maintenance and repairs, another $4,000 a year. Stock inventory, that's all tied up cash. We can easily add about $30 an hour because of the cost of the truck to the technician's pay. So we are close to about $100 an hour already.
Great.
Here's the damage: water pump seized, belt shredded, tow, coolant flush.
What?
It's all on there. 3,400 and.
Let's talk about the invisible stuff, the invisible layer, the company overhead. This is where most people are totally clueless. Again, you never ran a business. Why would you know this stuff? The office staff, the customer sales representatives or dispatcher that talk to you, rent, utilities, software, marketing, licensing, legal, accounting. You can keep going, right? Easily for your average company, you can add another $60 per hour to that technician's per hour cost. So perhaps I mentioned some stuff on the high end. Let's think of it as the low end to high end. If you take the cheapest place to live in the United States, the cheapest state compared to the highest state, we are at a total cost of about $95 to $160 an hour. But that's just break even. That's not even profit. That's just what it costs the company to have a guy there. So let's take that number, $160 an hour. Already traveled at least half an hour to your place. He's going to be at least an hour at your place doing maintenance. We're more than that tune-up cost, right? I think everybody agrees. To that $160 an hour cost, we have to add a profit. You know, what every healthy company needs is a sustainable, model where you earn profit. So it's a net 10 to 20%, which requires now a billable rate of, call it up to $200 an hour. Now let's compare that ridiculously priced tune-up and run it against real numbers. 1 hour visit at the house. On a conservative end, we are at $120 an hour. We already traveled there. You got to give it at least another half hour, so add $60, $180. So if you have that 29, I'm going to round it off to $30 an hour, ridiculous price, you're already in for an immediate loss. The company is losing money. Why would they send a technician to your place so they can have that immediate loss? That's the question that you have to understand the answer to. Is it a scam? No, I'm not going to say it's a scam because they're not cheating you out of things. But it is a marketing tactic. It is a marketing tactic where they cost you very little amount of money for their salespeople to come in, except you don't really know it's salespeople. So they're there to sell you something: capacitors, contactors, indoor air quality products, urgent repairs. They rush the visit, technically speaking, 10 to 15 minute real check. Versus the other half of this visit is more of a sales strategy and conversation with you. If anybody's ever had a tune-up, you notice what happens is that the company spends X amount of time on the equipment and at least that same amount, if not more, speaking to you. They use it as a lead generator. The real product is access to your home. The tune-up is just a marketing expense.
It starts with an inspection. They find a problem, then recommend a repair. And right after that, here come the add-ons. An upgraded filter, a cleaning, a swap. Every little click bumps the ticket higher. That's how they make money.
Let's agree on this. The bottom line is an HVAC company can't send a licensed technician to your house for $29 an hour unless they plan on making money another way. So the tune-up, which by the way is not used by every type of company, which I'm going to get to in a second, the tune-up is the company's way of, hey, we just generated a lead to get inside the house. You as a homeowner might think, oh, I'm getting a deal. That's not it. Get that out of your head. Once someone's in your house, it's a completely different conversation they have with you. So why am I telling the general public about this? Because there are companies that don't do the tune-up, and there are companies that do the tune-up. I had a show about this, about picking an HVAC contractor, and I mentioned there's different types of contractors. Not every contractor that does HVAC is built the same, and certainly do the same things. They're totally structured differently, they focus on different things, and they do different things. So you get your very, very large companies that do tune-ups, the kind of companies that have dozens and dozens and dozens of trucks out there, and it's their way of generating leads. And they do it only in a slow season. They do it in the spring season to do the air conditioning tune-up. They do it in the fall season to do the heating tune-up. And they call it a tune-up, and they don't call it maintenance. None of them will call it maintenance because they're certainly not doing real maintenance. Things like, you're definitely getting something, but you're not getting what you think you're paying for. They do very minimal maintenance. They rush through checklists. They skip real diagnostics, and they try to get right to the recommending things, recommending repairs. Now, I'm not saying every one of these companies recommends the wrong stuff. Sometimes amongst everything they recommend, there's certainly going to be some recommendations that are valid, but a lot of them are all about making their numbers. The technicians are judged by the KPIs, the key performance indicators. How are they making their numbers? And it has to do with sales. The managers that send out the technicians are judged by their KPIs. And again, if they send out 10 technicians to 10 different tune-ups, they expect a return on their investment. And we just talked about the fact that that low-cost tune-up is not a return, it's a loss. So they need something from your visits. And perhaps you've had those before, and perhaps you say no to everything, but for every customer that says no, there's probably 9 customers that buy into a lot of the recommendations. Now, why do they buy into it? Again, some HVAC companies will do a different level of this. But the majority of companies that run the tune-up will have a very high pressure, very high urgency built-in conversation with you. Perhaps you could call them scare tactics, but perhaps they overstate the issues a lot of times. Like, hey, you're gonna die of carbon monoxide unless you do this. This is very dangerous. Your furnace could fail at any point in time. Nobody knows when the furnace is going to fail. Sure, there are furnaces in such a bad state that you shouldn't run them, or they're due to fail. But even a 30-year-old furnace, I come across to them and I go, I don't know when it's going to fail. It's of the age where it might fail. However, when you phrase that conversation that this furnace is going to fail this winter, you need to replace it now, that's a high pressure, very salesy tactic. And that's what the technicians from the tune-up companies are trained to do. So a real tune-up, let's call it maintenance, right? There's a static pressure check. There's a temperature split difference check. There's electrical inspection, amp draw, capacitors, coil inspection, filter evaluation, airflow verification, a coil cleaning, a drain pan cleaning. These are not 15-minute jobs. These are not 30-minute jobs. Typically speaking, your standard residential system, it takes our technicians anywhere between 60 to 120 minutes to do, depending on the access, depending on everything, to do a proper maintenance on that.
Real maintenance takes time.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I know the discussion is fascinating, but if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe and share it to somebody who thinks it might be useful. So I would truly appreciate it, and will keep me going doing these sort of topics, and hopefully I'm helping you guys out. Back to the discussion. So before booking a tune-up, you should ask this. How long will the visit take? What exactly is being checked? Will I get measured readings or just a visual inspection? Are your technicians paid commission? Now, not every company can answer this honestly, perhaps, but ask the technician. I know a lot of the on-the-phone customer representative people will not answer some of these questions, but ask the technician if he's getting paid commission. A lot of them are actually trained to give you very smooth answers, so pay attention for that answer. They will most likely say they are not. They're compensated for hitting goals and things like that, which basically means they're getting paid commission on things they try to sell. Let's talk about what the companies that don't do those special tune-up costs, what they generally do. So first of all, they don't advertise that as their lead-in, because it's very hard to spend advertising money on a service that doesn't yield that much profit anyway. So maintenance is extremely important. We encourage everybody to do maintenance. We have maintenance plans, but a real maintenance on most residential systems will cost between $200 and $500, depending on what we're doing, in real cost for the company. And again, we're not making tremendous amounts of money on that. We're making between 10 and 20%. So if a maintenance costs $250, that's $25 that a company will net, after all the expenses, net in terms of profit. That's what honest companies, smaller companies, mid-sized companies, family-owned companies will generally do. They'll provide you the proper maintenance. Now, that doesn't mean that during the maintenance we don't discover things and we don't give you the proper recommendations, or there's things to add on, buy on, change, maybe change the systems. That still happens. However, we are not counting on that to be our profit maker. So that's the difference. There's companies that will do real maintenance at the real cost, and there's companies that will fool you with what a maintenance really should cost, get in the door, and they count on the fact that they're able to sell you things. And quite often, what I find, unfortunately, it's things you don't need and things that do not make sense for you and your system. If somebody's offering you HVAC service cheaper than a pizza, you're not the customer, you're the opportunity. You're the sales prospect.